Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Cela outdoor post light. This is the 342021. Awesome fixture. Awesome sconces go with this. Check those out, and hanging lights as well. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself, and that's going to be the distance from the bottom of the collar to the very top of that. 18.6 inches high. Width is 8 inches. Depth is 8 inches, so it's a good size. Why don't we talk about more on that? So let's talk about the glass really quick. So that piece of glass is going to come in two different flavors. You're going to have a pull-down menu. It's going to show you it's going to come in Hubbardton Forge's opal glass, which I'll touch more on later in the video. It's going to be an opaque glass, so you're not going to be able to see the bulb. You can use whatever bulb aesthetically unpleasing that you find, because it's going to be hiding in that white opaque glass. But the other glass is going to be clear, and that's just like it sounds. You're going to be able to see what's going on, so you might opt to use kind of a prettier bulb, but we'll get into bulbs in a little bit too. So that piece of glass, size-wise, 13.3 inches tall, 6.49 inches in diameter. So it's a big piece of glass. It can accommodate a big bulb, which is awesome for you guys. So let's talk about mounting on this as well. So you're going to be able to put this on a lot of different things. So to begin with, you're going to have what's called a pure mount, which is only about yay big, has a round flange on the bottom with 4 little holes in it, and you would use that if you're going to be attaching this to something like a little stone wall about yay big, or maybe big pillars flanking the driveway, something like that. Could even be like a solid fence post or something like that as well. And then you're going to be just bolting it down on that. In some of those circumstances, you might be using concrete if you're doing a stone wall, in which case you're probably going to be putting a capstone on top, and you would just be screwing the holes and then bolting it to that. Now, there's a couple other ones too. You're also going to have a 71-inch post. That 71-inch post is going to have a flange on the bottom of it as well. The idea with that one is that you dig a slightly shallow hole, you fill it with Quikrete, and while the Quikrete is wet, you're going to be putting these J-bolts in. You're going to have 4 of those in a little row there. Well, 4 in a circle, kind of, more or less. But anyway, you're going to be putting them in there, and there's a template that comes, piece of paper, that shows you how to put those in. Later on, you're going to come back and you're going to lower that flange on top of it, and then you're going to come in and just bolt it all down. So it's all nice, let's see, just like that. You bolt it all down, and it's there forever. After that, you've got an 84-inch post. So the 84-inch post does not use these, and it doesn't have a flange on the bottom. It is a straight post coming down. There's a hole near the bottom that's going to allow the wire to come out. And in that circumstance, you're going to dig a slightly deeper hole, right? And you're going to put this post into it. You're going to put braces up at the top of the ground, you know, coming up like 2x4s or something to kind of keep it where it needs to be straight up. You're going to come in and you're going to fill that area below with concrete, below grade, and you're going to take the braces down after that's all cured, and you're going to put whatever you're going to put to cover up the bottom of this. So it's either going to be gravel or it's going to be grass or something like that. So that's going to be that. Why don't we hop into what's going on inside of this, because that's going to be pretty important to you guys. As standard product is shipping with this. This is a medium-based socket, which we all grew up with. Very simple. You can get the bulbs absolutely everywhere. But before we talk about this, why don't we talk about people in California who are doing new construction or pulling permits for renovations, and the city or town inspector is coming out to see you. They do not like this. Say they don't like you having the opportunity to use an incandescent bulb in the state of California. They want you to do something called California Title 24 compliancy, which doesn't allow that. What they want you to do is something like this. So this is a GU24 socket. This is a GU24 light bulb, has a little prongs on the bottom, and they just lock right in. Does not allow you to use an incandescent bulb, and that's that. Excuse me. But anyway, to get you over that Title 24 compliancy, we often offer this as a custom. So you would email me and say, you're probably going to be doing this for your sconces as well, I take it, 342021, and you need it to be California Title 24 compliant. What can you do for me? I take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department, where it's going to come back. Adds a little time and money, but gets the job done, and you guys are out of the woods. Okay? Takes care of you guys. Everybody else, you're going to be using, like I said, just a nice standard porcelain socket. You put in whatever you guys want. So could be an incandescent bulb if you want. If you want to go incandescent, recommended bulb size is an A19, standard size we all grew up with, 100 watt max because of the heat generated by this bulb. If you want to go LED, you can kind of do it lots of different things. So if you're going to be using the clear glass, I would probably go for kind of funky, kind of cool bulbs like these. You know, you could even do like an Edison bulb, which looks like this but has a little point, so it looks kind of old-timey. These T8s come also a little longer, so this would be kind of a cool look too. But if you're going to be using the opaque glass that nobody's going to be able to see through and see the bulb, you can really pump a lot of light out of this. So this is an A19, this is an A20. A20s I can find up to 150, 200 watt equivalent if I need to out in the marketplace. These usually kind of max out about 60 to 75 watt equivalent. However, you know, I have found this bulb at a Walmart 100 watt equivalent, and it was still an A19. So again, you can get a lot of light out of this if need be. It's a dimmable fixture, though I doubt you're going to be dimming these, but it is dimmable. It doesn't matter if it's LED or incandescent, so you're out of the woods there too. And let me also talk about the color of these lights, because we talk about the color of LED light all the time in all of these videos. So you're going to notice these LEDs are going to be offered in a couple different variations, or a few different variations. 2700 Kelvin, 2700K is going to be super, super yellow. That's like the setting sun. Way on the other side of that is going to be called daylight, and that's going to be that cold hospital waiting room light, or overcast daylight, and that's going to be that bluish white light. That's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. A lot of people say they don't like LEDs because that's what they're thinking about, but they don't realize that these other LEDs available that are nice and warm, and like this light coming down on my hands. You didn't even know this was LED. You probably thought it was incandescent. This is 3,000 Kelvin. That's what we like to use in our showroom. That's what I would probably recommend for this fixture. 3,000 Kelvin, 3,000K, and it's very, very pretty light. It mimics an incandescent glow that we all kind of grew up with. So that would be my choice for this. Probably, you know, I would probably go, if I was doing the opaque white glass, I would probably go for an A20 and see what I could find out near me. Ace Hardware Store, True Value Hardware Store, Home Depot, Lowe's, all have this kind of stuff. And some of these lumber yards, even in Vermont, that's where I got this guy. So if I can find it here, you should be able to find it wherever you guys are. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft, glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's talk about something else. Same kind of idea. They only use aircraft-grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture. And they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, you know, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, you know, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures and you can bring that tablet in and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets and custom things, are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.